Hi chaps and chapasses or chapettes. Good evening guys and girls and welcome to another one. Yeah, we're doing another one. We are. Right, this is technically a shack video, although we're doing it in the workshop. Right, so let's just zoom in a bit. Now what we're going to do guys, we're going to rebuild this microphone. We're going to rebuild this microphone. When I find my glasses, there they are. Right, let's plug in the old soldering iron. Turn it on. There you go. Move all these wires out of the way. We don't want to melt any wires, do we guys? No, we don't. Right, so what we're going to do, what we're doing here guys, we've got, that's the insert that goes in the thing. Anyway, now what I've done guys, I've redone this microphone because it was somebody had painted, I think my friend Tony had painted it drab olive green because he'd put camouflage vinyl on the rest of the on the rest of the rest of the President Grant that I bought from his son. Sadly my friend Tony has passed on, and I bought this radio because, well, just to have something of a reminder, if you like. It's you know, Tony was a very good, very dear, precious friend, and he's sadly missed. So what we're gonna do, guys, this is a PAMA mic, PAMA, PAMA. But what we're gonna do, not PAMA, as some people say it's PAMA, PAMA. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna clean all this, which we have done, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna just go over it. We're going to T-cut it. I've got all the paint off. What I did guys, I used a mixture of IPA and, well, I didn't use a mixture, I used IPA, and then there we go. Give that a wipe out, because if that sticks on, I'll never get the bloody thing off. So let's just wipe that there, so that when we need to get that off we can. So what we'll do, we'll stick our fingers in the bottle, in the tin rather. What we'll do the back first, and what you apply T-cut simply. You put it on, you use a damp cloth. This cloth is slightly damp, slightly moistened. And you put it on in small circles, like that. I mean, I'm not going to spend all day doing this because you're not going to want to sit and watch me polish a mic all night. So we're going to just do this quickly. Now what we'll do, we rub it like that and we polish it, and we get it nice, and there you go, look at that. This is not going to need a lot doing really, because I did it earlier, to be honest. I'm just doing this little bit just to show you what I did, because the rest of the mic's been done. But yeah, it had what they call drab olive green paint on it, but I managed to get it off, or more or less, and it looks pretty good now. So I'm happy with the way that turned out. Let's just give that a wipe in there. There you go. Make sure everything's clean, really. Ready for it going back together. I mean, we're not going to get it. We're not going to be able to get the thing all the way in there. But there we go. Make sure that that's dry, which it is. Now we can put the top back on the can. That's it. Don't want it going on lopsided. There you go. But we want it so we can get it back off again when we need to. Alright. So we've got this. Right. So that's all done. Right, there's the microphone insert. There's the wires. We should have 3 screws. Three screws, there we go. So there's our screws, and now we need our main wire. Now this is our main wire, guys, and we will check the inside of the plug. I think that needs a screw in it. It's supposed to have a little screw in there, but it's missing. But we will, that feels good and tight, but we will tighten all that up and make sure. We'll find a little screw to go in there. Now the problem we've got, the problem the mic originally had was it used to cut off intermittently. That was the problem it had. Now we think it might have been, but when I shoved the wire into the mic, it went okay. So I'm going to get that bit of tape off there and shove that in there for now. I'm going to slide this. There you go. Get that off there. Now what we'll do, we'll get our Stanley knife. Now let's see how big this needs to be, because we need to make sure. See, that's a bit longer. Need to make sure that about there will do us. But we don't even need that. Yeah, we've got to now, we've committed. Right, so basically what we need to do is, right, yeah, and we need to do this because, you know, so apart from a loose connection, there's actually nothing wrong with this mic, and I don't fancy forking out for a mic when I don't have to. I mean, if this one's okay, which it is, then we'll use it, we'll repair it. I mean, just trying not to cut into any of the wires. But I'm just trying to not cut into any of the wires. Right. And that looks like it's corroded, that, you know. That does, it looks like it's got corrosion in it. That might be fucked. That looks like it's got corrosion in it. if that's corroded, we're not going to be able to use it. That there looks okay. Now let's have a look. Now, the red's okay, the black's okay. Now I think we might just get away with that. It has got water. It has got water in at some point. It has water in at some point, but I think we might just get away with that. Right. So how's our wires done? So we don't have anything on the end one there. Yellow goes to there. So black and red go to the other side, and blue. Where's blue? Blue goes to the shield, and so does the white. That's easy enough, because the white goes into the microphone body, to the insert there, and then the blue goes onto the switch. So we can there you go, disconnect them two. What we'll do, because don't know where my clippers are. Right. Is that him, Christine? Hey? No, I was saying, is that him whinging? Right. So now what we can do, guys, we've got them now sorted. We know they go together. We've got them sorted. We know they go together, because they go to the, we know they go together, so we can join them together. Now what we need to do is unpick the shielding. And I normally do that with a knife. Normally just get a Stanley knife. Normally just unpick that. It can be a pain in the ass, but you just pull it apart really. So, see, we want to keep the integrity, because this mic has to be wired. This mic's wired for Uniden, because it's a Uniden radio, because it's a President Grant. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to scrape this so that the solder will take. There you go. Because what we don't want is broken wires. We certainly don't. Right. So I'd like that to be a bit more out there, you know, but we're never going to be able to do that, because it'll just keep curling in. So what we'll do next, that's one. 2. Three. Don't know where what do you call it is. My helping hands, but I don't think I need it, guys. I wish I had my solder cleaner. My soldering iron cleaner. I wish I knew where that there is. Let's clean me iron. Now, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to just there you go. Yeah, we've got a bit of thunder there, guys. So what we need to do is just a bit more on that yellow. I'm not happy with that. There. That'll do us. Right. Now all we need to do is yeah, that's about right. Join them onto there. Has that got it? Tell you what, when it comes to it, it doesn't really, you'd expect it to be better than that. Right. That's crap, that. That's gone on the rubbish. Let's find some fucking, where's my better solder? And that's the crap stuff. I think this is the better stuff. Well, I know that's the better stuff. Let's try that. Because we don't want it. Oh yeah. Better. That's better. Right. So what we'll do now, guys. We can take off the red. See, by doing it this way, can I pull that out of there? No. By doing it this way, there we go. Right, let's put some more fucking solder on that red, because I did use the shit stuff, didn't I? That's better. Yeah. Yeah. That's much better. So take the, so we need to solder the red to where the red came from. By doing that, now do the black. There you go. Put a bit more solder on the black. That's better. Yeah. Yeah. Just trying to get this pretty centred. That's done. Now make sure that we do them correctly, because we don't want to solder the same one back on. Right. Blue, yellow. That way we don't run the damage. There we go. That way we don't run the damage, run the risk rather, of damaging the PTT switch. We will spray some cleaner into that. I mean, it'd be foolish not to, given it's out and it's on the bench. There you go. Right, so what we'll do, we'll get that to there. Oops. Well, that didn't work, did it? It didn't stick on. That's not crossing to there, is it? No, it's good. That's okay. Squeeze, get the switch cleaner. There you go. Yeah, it's come right through. Right. Now what we need to do is put our windshield back in, fit the insert. Now the insert goes in, and these go in a certain way. These go in a certain way, these things, because you've got a piece of plastic sticking up there. Let's have a look. So we've got a piece of plastic sticking up. That's it. Then we want the PTT bar, wherever that's disappeared to. Still a bit of paint in that, but it's okay. Just get a bit of, scrape that there. That's it. So the PTT goes in that way, which means, so if the PTT goes that way, then goes that way, the PTT switch goes in that way. Right. It goes in there, and we can put that in there, bring it round there and out the bottom. See, that's how it's supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go. But getting that down into there, and into there. Now let's get the PTT button in. Let's get the button in. Let's just lift these wires up out of the way. because we can sort them out in a minute. So that goes down into there. Right, so that's supposed to go into the hole there. And it does go in because it bloody came out. Right. Right, that's in there, that's in the hole, that's keying up, which is what we want. Now we want this out of the way, because we'd like these out of the way of the button, if we can get them out of the way. Now, see if the back of it just... See, I don't like it bunched up like that, but there's nothing else I can do. So if I hold that under there, then I get the top, or the back rather, there we go. 10-4 rubber ducky, yeah. And that's it, I don't like it like that, but unfortunately, unless I can get the heat gun on and maybe stretch that out to get that out a bit, we'll try that. See if we can get the heat gun on. But anyway, it'll work. It'll work. So all we do now is we put the screws back in. I have ordered a, what do you call it for this? I have ordered a label, a decal that goes on the front, which says President, because I want it to look like a President mic. So I've ordered a decal. That's better. I mean, it's not meant by any stretch of the imagination, but it's better than what it was. These ain't green anymore. And this is the mic. Probably not the original. Well, I know it ain't because it said bloody Palmer on it, didn't it? So there we go, guys. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. And what we'll do, we'll just check the inner, make sure that this is all okay. You know, just check the plug end, make sure the plug's okay. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but that screw was loose, so I would rather just, if I can, and that's not moving, so I'm going to have to take it out completely. I was hoping I could get away with doing that. Yeah, it's still got, it's a good, that's stuck on there, guys. I mean, I've undone the screw. Right, what much more can you do? You've taken the screw out. What much more can you do? Oops. Yeah, that looks like, no, that looks like it's always been like that. But it should have a screw there, and it hasn't got it, so... Oh yeah, we're not going to mess with that, that's good. What we'll do, we'll find a little screw. All these screws that go in there, right, they're actually 25p each. Would you believe that? I wouldn't believe it was a tiny screws of 25p each. From Knights. my arm's going numb, guys, because my arthritis. Christine,
Yeah,
we doing a bottle bucket?
you're doing it now.
Yeah, because it needs the water needs changing. What much more can a poor bloke do? Yeah, we know this is okay, but I just wanted to check it. And what I'll do, guys, I'll find a screw to put in that, and that'll make it nice and tight. And that's not tightening. It is, just the screwdriver's not really getting a good purchase on it. Right. I'm not happy with that because it's slipping. Right, where's my other screwdriver? Try this one. Yeah, my arm's gone numb, guys, because the arthritis, I think it is. But it's, yeah. I don't want the screwdriver to slip. If it slips and it goes into your finger, it hurts. Right. Now, and I want that screwed down. It's about as best as I'm going to get. Well, that won't go anywhere, that anyway, that's good. Right, so that's that sorted out, guys. That's that sorted out. We've got to sort the bench out tonight. So we're probably not going to do a vintage electronics, vintage audio repair, sorry. But I just needed to get this mic done. See, I was going to throw this away. I was going to take the gubbins out. In fact, I took the gubbins out and I was going to launch it, but I'm going to just try something, guys. It might work, it might not. I'm going to just try something. Because it might work and it might not, but unless we try, we don't know, do we? So what we do, we get the heat gun. Ouch! Burnt myself on the soldering iron. Move the wire out of the way. Now I'm going to put the mic in the drawer for a minute. There you go. Turn that round. So we're going to put it in the drawer. So what we're going to do now, that will heat it up. There we go. Don't go too far with it. Now what we'll do is let that cool down and see if we end up with a tail. You know, like the one I clipped off. We can lift it out now, should be. There you go, guys. There you go. Now I don't want it going back in, so I want to hold it there for a minute. But that's a lot better than what it was. In fact, what we can do, let's give it a bit more. We can afford a bit more on there. Because let's give it a bit more. Marvellous. So we don't want to do it too much, you see. Now all we do is just hold that till it cools down. It's fucking hot. It is hot, guys. But we just hold that till it cools down. And then it should stay in the position that we want it in. We can just leave that actually just dangling there. I mean, once that goes off, it might end up with a bit of a kink in it, but you know, it might end up with a bit of a curve. But probably not. We'll just let it cool down to where it needs to be. Right. I can put the heat gun away now, because if that didn't work, it won't work again. So we're not going to do it again. But yeah, this heat gun, I got this off the Mildred ages ago, and guys, it comes in bloody handy when you need a fucking heat gun. You know, when you really need it, it's there. When you really need a heat gun, it's there. Right, there you go. How's that? There you go, guys, that's better, isn't it? I mean, it's not perfect, but hey, looks alright, doesn't it? It's about the same length as the one there, so yeah, that's what we wanted. Just got it out like that. I don't know whether that'll curl back in. I don't think it will. It would if I heated it up. But that's what you do, guys. You just, you know, I mean, yeah. I think we could do it. That's going a bit curly back in, but there we go. Next time we're in the shack, we'll test that out. We've got to put a president badge in there, so I just need to clean. So we're going to find some Finn. Test meter will do it. Just clean this out here. Clean that crap out there. Can I do as a brew, please? Thank you. Yeah. See, that's going back that way, but it won't go all the way. That's not bad, that. I mean, what do you call it, would have been alright, wouldn't it? If I'd have had one of those, one of them to put on, that would have held it out, wouldn't it? I'm not fucking unwiring that to put that in. Yeah. I think that's alright, guys. I mean, you can tell it's been polished and, you know, sanded. Well, not sanded, it's been rubbed with one of these green things. But you can tell it's been done. But that being said, you know, saved me buying another mic. Saved me 13 quid on another mic, and I will get a screw to fit that. I mean, but that being said, once it's plugged in, once I plug a mic in, I generally leave it in anyway. There we go, guys. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to leave that there. We'll get this uploaded into the shack, and you can all enjoy it. And yeah, it's going to curl back up, innit? It's not as bad as it was. We'll see how it goes. Now let's put that on there, Christine. My hand keeps going numb.
Wonder why that for? Why that?
I think it's that arthritis playing up again.
You're not
Yeah.
taking tablets, are you?
I don't get tablets for arthritis.
Don't you?
No. It's fuck all it can really give you for arthritis. Apart from painkillers. Right, guys. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, buy me a coffee if you want to. And we'll be back in the shack probably Thursday. We'll be back. I was going to do 2 gallards tonight, but I need to sort the bench out. So we're going to do the gallards tomorrow. And you all take it easy, my friends. And I'll catch you later. Bye for now.